comes down to numbers at the end of the day, and we've got to make sure we're as efficient as possible at designing boats. The resources of the design team has had to increase because of the amount of data they've had to produce and review. But those extra hours used in design will be reviewed overall in the build-up of the boat later on.
Most of the challenges are related to cost as defence budgets shrink. We're being driven more and more by the life cycle of costs of the product. Defence agencies usually look for the product that meets their requirements at the lowest cost. There's been a shift from the 20th century when the best products usually won out regardless of the cost of the asset and sustainability. Now, it's the best value while being able to meet the base requirements of an entire lifespan.
There's a big difference in infrastructure between us and the aerospace sector. The marine industry is quite a cottage industry, even though from the outside we're seen as being quite large.
The time-saving aspect is useful, but it's the accessibility and the enabling of groups of people to work across global locations which is the really useful bit about it.
Having that model visualised and information available through production and other aspects of the business absolutely opens up a new world for the teams, and it gives them a better view of what they're working with.
From an engineering perspective, PLM tools are mainly information repositories. They align all the information that's relevant to a certain piece of design, collate it together into tree structures, and just make the whole damn thing easier to sort through.
PLM tools are useful to be able to have continual reference of how things evolve, change orders and paperwork in place. It's good to be able to track what's happened and establish the provenance of the workflow.
Actually, I know the guys are very happy with CATIA the tool. They didn't use 50% of its capability.
Decisions on this stuff is mainly taken at a senior IT level. You might be given some options or occasionally asked, but the reality is you're going to get what the business thinks is best. I've been consulted in the past, but I'm not sure how much they've taken my advice. You're talking about big costs, and it's very important as upgrading systems is very expensive.
With this type of stuff, IT departments tend to manage these processes. It can be really difficult to get these things up and running. The IT departments in big companies tend to rule the software.